Everyone, we're live. Another week of the show. I just got back in town. Spent a couple days in DC at my wife's conference. You see my suitcase over the catnet. Hey, Sammy. Sammy. Living that suitcase now. There's my bum back. Sammy. No, he's all out of that suitcase. So yeah, a couple days in DC. Did my Facebook show from there on Sunday. I think this Sunday is going to be the big super show with Melissa. We'll see if I also do something on Facebook. I don't have that much stuff to open, so we'll see how we do it. DC was nice. Didn't get out of the hotel very much. We took one walk for dinner, and since it was a home match, I didn't get there early and stay late, so I pretty much got there the day before I needed to work. And I left the afternoon that I finished working. So usually when we go somewhere, like next year we're going to New Orleans, I'll get there a couple days early, stay there a day late, whatever, and get more time to do it. So it was nice. And I'm probably done traveling now until end of summer. So let's start with some Mojo. Let's see, what are you? You're some hockey. I did get my official seat for the Black Bears this year. I did see in like a week or two they're having the free-range tennis game at Gardens Ice House. So if at all possible, we must do that. All right, so this is Caps Series 2, I believe. So it's all stuff I've shown you already. We have a Ooh La La, Charlie Lindgren. Got a Bang for Your Puck, Ovi. UD Portrait, Ovi. I mentioned this. I did not get to any Caps games this year. Only listened to a couple. Given the fact that I got Black Bears tickets, I intend to go to as many University of Maryland and UMBC games as I can. So I don't know if there's much room for Caps. All right, two top loaders. We've got a Blue Dazzler, John Carlson. And a Blue Jay calls a Sunburst, Outburst, Rasmus Sandin. So I don't see the Caps picking up much headway next year. It'll be pretty good competition for him. All right. First look, this is the Ravens score. Score is pretty generous with its autographs, although the autographs checklist for the Ravens, Twizzlers, was, as soon as I start my diet, pretty sparse. They don't have Henry. I don't have Lamar. Ray Lewis is the best you can expect. Looks like one or two top loaders. Other than that, I would compare it to Don Russ. We haven't had a look yet. Let's take a good first look at this. I can get into the pack. Gotta find a seam there. All right. Let's see what we got. All right. Rashad Bateman. I actually think I like this year's look a little bit better, with a little end zone there. A helmet, decent enough picture. They're never going to be in their base cards. Fairly low level base cards, but I don't know, feels all right. So you can see the well, no Lamar, no Henry. We do have Mike Green. All right. Oh wait, no, the Derrick Henry base. All right. DeAndre Hopkins in a Kansas City uniform. So, like, this is an insert. Derrick Henry, the franchise. Just not totally cool looking. That's why are you different? Oh, because you're the wrong card. I shouldn't even have you. This is not worth anything. Carolina Panther. If you happened to be in that break and had the Carolina Panthers and I got your card, I'll send it to you. All right, 2 top loaders. Let's see what they are. It is Isaiah Likely, blue, number 250. All right, and Isaiah Likely, blue, number 250. I had 2 of them. I got number 235 and 59. I should have mentioned that this has a special pattern. So we can get to focus on that. That is what passes for a special pattern with score. So, yeah, no autographs. Couple cards numbered to 250. Yay. All right, let's get into another mojo. This one's thicker. Plan tonight is to go to the crop dusters, except it's like 95 degrees and stupid hot out. And I don't know if I can do that like last time. We had a game a couple days ago. Ravens. A couple days ago, I went to their semi-finals, quarterfinal, and it was really, really hot, and I literally overheated, and I had to leave early because it was just, I felt like I was going to pass out. That was fun. All right, we've got some Orioles heritage, but I would like to go to get tonight if I can. Bring some others with me. The Annapolis Blues are done for the year. Never went to a game, but watched a bunch of them. I am keeping a close eye on the UMBC and the University of Maryland soccer schedules. Definitely going to get the Pride Pass for University of Maryland. Probably do it next week. Was debating the UMBC soccer season tickets. And I think I landed on I'm probably not going to do them right away. Here's the deal. The season tickets are like $40 each. Very reasonable. I went to all the games that amount to about $5 per game. Don't know if I would make it to all the games though. UMBC is a little bit easier to get to. Taters. Than University of Maryland. Coming from work. But I would pretty much have to go to every single game to make the season pass worth it. Single game tickets were $12 at the gate, but $7 if you buy them online. Especially the women looked like they had a bunch of like midday weekend games, which isn't bad. I would do that. But I think for this year we just do the single game, do the Pride Pass because I'm gonna get the Pride Pass anyway, and then just see how many I actually go to, and which I go to more. The big benefit that I could see of getting, okay, I have a bunch of stuff in here, of getting the UMBC season tickets is you get invited to like a preseason practice and meet and greet. A bunch of stuff in here. Ravens, Phoenix, Capitals, SP, Wizards. I don't know what's that watercolor one. What's that called? Well, the name's not on it, but I know what I'm talking about. And then some more Orioles, some top loaders. So, as per usual, we'll go in order of top loader. Just a little thing with the Orioles. So, that would kind of make the UMBC season ticket worth more, especially if what I'm ultimately looking for is to get more involved in things. A season ticket holder meet and greet and preseason outing would definitely be good for that. But I honestly don't know how this new work schedule is going to treat me. All right, we got a gunner. It's weird because over the summer, when I have so much more free time, I don't feel like writing. And I'm hardly going to games. But during the school year, after a day of school, I want to go to a game. I want to write. I don't know if that's because I'm more lazy or less lazy over the summer, though. So I do keep busy. I was up at 5:36 a.m. Went to the gym. We got a relic here. Did some errands. Jordan Westberg. Game used memorabilia. All right, let us try you. All right. Kyle Kuzma, gallery certification to 99. Oh, it's a motif. That's what it's called. More artistic. Not bad, not bad. All right. Let's get into the SP. We've got Peter Brundra. Red. We've got an OV base. And an authentic rookie in a top loader, Patrick Dubé. And last one from Mojo. It's Phoenix. We've seen a bunch of these already, so let's just go to the top letters. I wore my Hulk Hogan tank top to the gym today. I know, obviously, he destroyed his own legacy, but I saw my childhood there. We got number to 10. Mark Andrews. Gold. We've got autographed. Zay Flowers. Numbered to 199. We've got refractor. Derrick Henry. And you're pretty. What are you? Number to 199. Lamar. Green and purple. Pretty good looking. So nice there. All right, let's see how we're doing. Let's do another first look. Topps UFC Chrome. I enjoy watching UFC. I did see something that's kind of true, that UFC sort of loses its luster because it's on like every weekend. Like original UFC, it was only like once a month, maybe even every couple months, and it was just a lot of big fights. And there was actually build up to them. There is no fight in the UFC right now that I could honestly tell you I'm looking forward to. Like, I can't tell you, oh yeah, and in 2 weeks, these people are going to have a fight. I don't know. I just kind of assume, oh, it's Saturday. I bet there's some, either a fight night or an actual UFC, and you watch it. But I don't know the card ahead of time. Not looking forward to any matches on the card ahead of time. Don't even really know what it's like. If it's an actual UFC, I'm not going to watch the actual pay-per-view because I don't have that kind of money to watch it, especially when I can watch prelims with my ESPN Plus subscription, or I wait a week and it's a fight night, and it's a fight that I care equally about, which is not at all really. I just like watching it when it's on. So this UFC Chrome, there were some of like the older names I recognized from when I started watching UFC, and then it was just a bunch of newer people that I don't even really know. So like I watch UFC Fight Night or the prelims of a pay-per-view, and I don't usually say, oh man, that guy was so good, I want to watch him fight again. I just don't. So it's fun while I'm watching it, but I don't really look forward to it. And I don't like take the fighter afterward and say, okay, I want to watch this person's next fight. Dana White has come out and said he thinks Power Slap is going to become bigger in UFC. And I don't think so. I've watched some Power Slap highlights. And obviously, it just looks like brain damage waiting to happen. And they talk about, well, there's no barriers to entry for Power Slap. Not for the competitors, not for people watching on TV. which is sort of true, except there are a lot of rules. And like, oh, was that a legal slap or was that an illegal slap? And once you've seen it, you've kind of seen it. So it's the same issue of I'm not really looking forward to this. So anyway, what I did with this UFC Chrome release is I was mostly looking at the types cards. So if it was someone I've heard of, I looked into do they have a couple pull cards? And if it wasn't someone I knew, I pretty much just looked at can I get them for cheap price and do they have a couple pull cards? So that is what we've done. And we're hoping to get a couple autographs and some cool cards, but generally speaking, people I don't know. It looks like they sorted them by person. So like, I can't even pronounce your name. This is the style of Topps Chrome I don't really like. When they use the real background. I just don't think it looks as good. I think this looks better when it's not the real background. Oh, it still has that weird thing going on. It's kind of hard to show, but like right there, you get that little ridge between the foreground and the background. I just don't care for that too much. All right, some dupes of that, and then a refractor of that. So the plan was, since I don't really know these people, just get a bunch for cheap and hope someone will end up being cool. Karini Sylvia, flyweight. And here she is in a USA parallel, I guess. So essentially what I did is I made myself a big list of people who had pull cards. And if I could get them for cheap, I did. Jeff Molina. Again, don't know who he is. He does come in the USA parallel as well. And this looks like a negative refractor. All right. I don't know that the negative refractor is cool, but it's rare, which makes it more valuable. But like, if I had to choose, I can only have one card. Yeah, the negative refractor is probably more valuable, but this actually looks like the thing. So I don't know. All right, we've got Manon Fiorot. Okay. Got a bunch of different cards of her. That's another base. This is a choose your athlete. More base, more base. There's the negative. There's the beast. And here she is, but with a blue background, numbered to 150, which makes it more valuable. Okay. Oh, well, I have no chance of pronouncing this name. Or not. Nope. But there he is. And there he is in negative. All right, Norma. For some reason, all her cards get top loaded. Good for you. It appears to be just two normal cards, but top loaded. So again, good on her. No autographs yet. But Luana Pinheiro. Negative. USA. Regular. Some sort of insert. And some more of that insert. Mario Bautista. Oh, more cards than this guy. Andre Munoz. All right. Traditional. USA. Negative. And Sparkle. Number to 250. Chelsea Chandler. You I've actually heard of. Ooh, you're bent. You're negative. And Sparkly to 250. All right. Two more fighters to go in this half. Brady Kierstead. Classic. Negative. And blue to 150. Oh, got an auto. Arnold Allen. But first, classic. UFC signatures. Arnold Allen, not numbered. All right, second half. Oh, I haven't seen it. It's true. Any of the Allen and Ginter parallels yet? Did look for some of those. Fernando Padilla. Just a couple classics. And one in a top loader because he's USA. Kurt Bayless, Blades. He just fought, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember if he won or lost, or if it was even a good fight. But you have a variety. Doing the classic. The nickname. The negative. And the Aqua to 199. Jamal Hill. Classic. And tail of the tape. All right. Classic. Negative. Tyler Phillips. Only classics. Say we're down to our final quarter here. Let's see my top loaders in these next few. So we'll go through them kind of quick. Sunday, I might go to Orioles. I might go to Ironbirds. But the weather's not looking too promising either. All right. Saeed Nurmagomedov. A couple negatives of him. I actually haven't checked to see if any of these parallels are worth anything. Not for him, but for some of the no-name people, I don't know. Okay, you're purple. I don't like purple is non-numbered. All right, like 4 fighters left. I don't think they have relics in this. All right, we'll save the one with the most top loaders for the very end. Kellen Vieira. It's classics. Just a couple classics. Then our last fighter, it is Joshua Kubayo. There's at least one top loader in here. But the top loader is just negative. So only one auto out of that set. No Alan Ginters. Bummer. But we'll see what I want to do with all these other guys. And if any of the not so rare inserts and parallels are worth anything. All right, we're going to end with what we'll call our something premium of the week. Iron Lion and some pieces of the past. So I did a random couple cards from them. Haven't had a look at it. Didn't watch the break. Looks like none of these are base, so let's have a look. We've got out of 50 a quad relic. Types. All right, original newspaper, original handwritten letters, time period manuscripts, letters and documents, land grants, presidential documents, handwritten words, books, tickets, and other relics. Attribute to the subject at the front of the card of Pablo Picasso, Vincent van Gogh, Claude Monet, and Andy Warhol. Number to 50. An authentic relic of Andrew Johnson. An authentic relic of Queen Elizabeth II. An authentic relic of Teddy Roosevelt. Unique relic from King George IV. The bar. And finally, Franklin Pierce. Okay. Well, interesting. Interesting. Have to look up some of that, see if any of it's valuable, but interesting. All right. That's going to do it for me for today. Like I said, maybe get to crop dusters tonight. Maybe get to a baseball game Sunday. Next week, Keys are in town. I've hardly used any of my Keys tickets, so I'll have to start hitting that hard. And hopefully see you guys around. See ya.